Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to The Long Dark. We survived food poisoning, and now it is time for us to be on our way to the Coastal Highway, my favorite zone in the entire game. I don't care what anybody says. I enjoy it. It's good stuff. The good news is it's literally a straight shot down the tracks, so it's not all that difficult to get to. I'm just really glad we survived all that nonsense. Okay, alright. I'll say, you might want to rethink that course of action there, kiddo. That took him a good second to figure it out, didn't it? Okay. I'm not sure what that noise was. Ugh. It has been a time in my little corner of the world, but things are getting better. So that's good. I got a job offer. I've already signed a contract for it. It's great. I start in a couple of weeks. Just gotta give notice to my existing job. Boy, if you don't get your tail out of here. And then, the other two jobs I've got, I'm gonna have to give them notice. One of them I may be able to keep while I'm working. The other one, the hours just don't really line up, so I may have to drop it. We'll see. The nice thing about this job is it's really flexible. I basically can make my own hours. So it's kind of nice. Oh, Jesus, fuck. Oh, he's just right there. Okay. Can y'all not? I'm trying to speak here. But yeah, I get to pick my own hours if I wanted to work. It's a 32-hour work week, so it's only part-time, unfortunately. But the rate is good, and it's, you know, all those hours add up to plenty to pay my bills. So I'm happy with that. But I can work, you know, 5 6.25-hour shifts a week, or I can work 4 8-hour shifts a week. So, I mean, if I wanted to work 32 hours straight for a day and a half and call it good, I could. That's the cool thing. I'm not gonna do that, obviously, but it's kind of cool. So, yeah, it's gonna be a fun little adventure. It is not a work-from-home position, of course, but, I mean, if you can figure out how to automate and work from home at a barn, you let me know. There are some things that you can't make remote access jobs, but that's okay. It's still a fun job. In fact, I've basically already been doing it, so it's more of a promotion than anything. It's gonna be good. Good stuff. I don't think I'm gonna sprint any today, just because we got a pretty good distance to cover. It's not just super far away, but there's no ropes involved, and it's just long enough of a walk that I would rather not burn that energy. that's a rock. Oh my god! Is that a human? Actually, I think that's a rock. Oh. I don't care what anybody says. That's the funniest thing I've heard in a hot minute. No, it's not. It's not the funniest thing. The funniest thing is the spoof on it. That's a human over there. You mean the rock? Yeah, yeah, the rock fucking looks sense! That is the funniest shit. That's... I don't know. It's just good. It makes me laugh. It gives me all the serotonin. Oh, man. I still need to play that, like, on stream. I've played it before, but I still need to stream it. I'm terrible at it, by the way. It's a bullet hell game, and I suck at those. But you know what? It's okay. We'll just have fun laughing at me dying. I'm great at keeping myself from dying in World of Warcraft and Skyrim. But you put me in a bullet hell game like Undertale, and I just keep dying. And I'm just like, oh, well, alright then. Oh, I died again. What a surprise. Oh, for some reason, I just remembered. I know there's a lot of people who complain about the FPS in my videos. I went back and I've been rewatching some of them, and I think there are a couple of instances like that there where the game just kind of stops for a second, but I think a lot of it is just that I have a little bit of jerky mouse movements. It's like this right here. That's not an FPS thing. I'm just moving the mouse a little bit sharper than I probably should. I don't have very good smoothing of my movements. So some of it may be FPS, but some of it may also be just that I make really sharp movements with the mouse. So I apologize for that. This is how I work. I hear a sound and I want to... What was that, you know? But I also don't have the absolute best software or hardware for this. So it's just a basic... I think it's some NVIDIA graphics card. I don't know. I just needed it to be good enough to run The Long Dark. And maybe also World of Warcraft, and that's all I needed. So, in fact, my computer is a refurbish that I bought for like $400. Graphics card was another $100. I think I had to buy a keyboard and a monitor. So, I mean, this whole setup cost me less than $600, and it's not high dollar, it's not high tier, but you know what? It does the job, and I'm happy with it. And if I take good care of it, it'll last me a long, long time. The trouble I'm running into now, I'm gonna have to ask my boyfriend to help me out. He built his own rig, and I need to ask him to help me take it apart. I can get the cover off, but there's it's got a fan in it that's gonna get clogged up with cat hair if I leave it where it is. So I have to ask him to help me take it apart, clean it out. The fan is located in such a spot that I'm afraid to move it. So, like, I can see where the graphics card is. I see that, it's easy. There's bits of it that I can see and interact with, and I'm like, okay, I can move this around, it's no big deal. But then there's some bits that I just am afraid to move. So, because I don't want to ruin my computer. But I know it needs cleaning, and I gotta figure out how to get in there and clean it. Like that movement right there. That was just a jerky hand movement. It wasn't an FPS, that was just my hand. I'm just a little janky, okay? Ah well. My setup isn't the best one, so it will be what it will be. Oh gosh. The one downside to some of these jobs is they're at barns, which is great. I like being around the horses, it's lovely. I enjoy it, and a lot of them are basically, they show you how to take care of them, and then after that you're left to your own devices, which is fine. That's great. I like the space, and I still get paid for it. If I do the job well, I'm happy. But one of them decided to give me a run for my money this morning. Still trying to rehydrate after that. It gets really hot, it's really sticky, really fast, and really early in the morning out here for some reason. So I go out there, and most people with when they think of horse people, they have two different ideas in their head. They either think of really fancy knee-high boots and jodhpurs and a helmet, nice shirts and all that, like in English riding, or they think of jeans, a pair of boots, and a long-sleeve button-up, and a cowboy hat. And they're not wrong. That is actually pretty common show gear for those disciplines. But I show up in my long pants and my jeans, my boots, and a tank top. The tank top is necessary. It's hot. If I'm not out there showing, I'm going in what's comfortable. The jeans are just a preference, because if I'm gonna get, stepped on or kicked at or something, I'd really prefer to have that little extra protection that denim offers. It's not much, but it can deaden some of the injuries you can get. Protects you from bugs on the legs. And then the top helps with the heat regulation, which is nice. But, yeah. I'll tell you about that one horse in just a moment. This right here is the Raven Falls Trestle. And it creaks, it makes noise, but there's nothing like actually physically wrong with it, except for this one spot, which is a little terrifying, not gonna lie. You thought rope bridges were bad, have a look at the original Heart Attack. And a lot of times when I'm doing this, because I tend to make such jerky mouse movements, a lot of times I will angle the camera where I want it, and then let go of the mouse, just so I don't bump it by mistake. Okay, this is the fun part right here. Please don't fall. Oh, that noise. Oh. Oh. Oh, please don't fall. Okay, alright. Woo. Okay. Alright. Mini heart attack for the day. That's instance number 2 of me getting my cardio today. Thank you for that. Instance number 1. This particular barn that I was at has 3 horses that are pinned up together. One of them is the boss, so when you put his food down, he goes and eats it, and he is very good at keeping the other 2 away from him. They respect him, and all he has to do is give him a dirty look. You don't have to worry about them stealing his food. He's good. The other 2 flip-flop on who's the boss between them. Well, the one is an older horse, very well-mannered, very calm, sweet guy. And he approached the feed trough next, so I said, oh, okay, he must be in charge today. So I pour his food down. Well, then the younger one comes up and tries to steal it. And it turned into a game of keep away for a good 5 or 10 minutes. And he doesn't respond as readily to cues as the older one does. So I'm yelling at him, stomping my foot at him, shooing him off, because bro, look, I'm literally holding your food bucket in my hand. I literally have it right here. And if you would just walk with me to your feed bucket, I would give it to you. So it took a while before he finally stood still, and he looked at me and he was like, okay, what do you want? And I finally, I asked him to back up a little bit towards his little bucket, and then I poured one in, and he finally, the light bulb clicked on. oh, this is my food. It just took him a second, and it was a lot of work. He hasn't learned his manners yet, so he's not very respectful of your space. So I almost got kicked a couple times. He's not a mean guy. He just does not know how to behave properly yet. So when we got him settled and he finally gets his breakfast, and it's like, bro, if you would have just listened the first time, instead of fighting me for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or however long it was, I would have been able to pour your food out immediately. I come out there a little while later, and the older horse had abandoned his food, and the younger one was eating it, and I said, whatever. I get back out there, the older horse is eating the younger horse's food. And the younger horse goes to reclaim it, and the older horse says no. He pins his ears and basically tells him, fuck you. And I couldn't help but laugh at that. Like, dude, if you would have just backed off, let me pour your food down, you could have had it immediately and probably finished it. And then the older one wouldn't have stolen it from you. But whatever. He'll learn. He's young, he'll learn. Before anybody comes for me and is like, that's so mean, you shouldn't yell at them. Well, unfortunately, he's 1,200 pounds of raw power, and the gentle shh noise I make to back them up and the gentle hand motion I make to back them up wasn't getting through to him. What in fuck? Oh, okay, it was just noise, okay. Anyway. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's... I use only the amount of pressure I need to get them to do what I need them to do. And in his case, you just need a lot of pressure. He just doesn't listen if you don't apply enough pressure, so you keep having to ramp up your response until he listens. So, there's another young horse on the farm that literally you can move wrong and she runs to run away from you, so you gotta be really sensitive with her, so. Different ends of the spectrum. So this is the Coastal Highway. This is my favorite region ever. So there's lots of fishing huts here. There's a whole rope there. That's really cool. Is that a bullet? It is a bullet. Sweet. But what I really like about it are these fishing huts. And this ice is completely solid all the way across. And deer, wolves, and occasionally a bear just casually walk across it. The reason I like this is because if you don't manage to kill one instantaneously or fairly quickly, they leave a nice trail across the ice. You can see them across the ice. And so a lot of times, they may keel over and die before they can get off the ice, or at least you can see them out in the distance just running around. And it saves you from having to chase them every single turn of the way. So I really like being out here. And there's also 2 islands, there and there, that have a house on them. And they have rabbits that live there. So the only place you're going to run into thin ice out here is out to sea, and that is meant as a map boundary, not so much a hazard. Because all this ice here, solid as a rock. Perfect. It's good stuff. I can hole up here forever. It is perfect. The only problem you would have is that the best place to set up shop is at the Quonset gas station, which is going to be one of the places I show you. The trouble is that the Quonset gas station, if you are playing on non-passive, has wolves all around it, all the time. A bear walks right through town, and occasionally there's a moose that lives on the edge of town. So if you're not playing on passive, it can be very dangerous to live at Quonset. But if you're playing on a passive mode, then it's a really good place to set up shop. I don't even think... Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I was about to say, I don't even think I've killed a moose. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have in this playthrough. I haven't gone after a bear yet, though, and that's going to be one of the things I'm going to go after while I'm out here. Because if you look... Let's see... Which island is it? I believe it's... I think it's that island out there. There's Jackrabbit Island, and there's Misanthrope's Homestead. That's what they're called. I think it's Misanthrope's Homestead out there that's got a bear cave on the far side of it. The only thing you have to be wary of is if you shoot an animal and it runs that way past that fishing hut out there, it can run into a map boundary where the ice is thin. So if you're gonna go hunting, I would suggest putting yourself on the edge, closer to the map boundary, so that they will hopefully run inland instead of out onto the edge where it's thin. So I have fallen in the ice on the edge because I wasn't expecting it. But, like I said, it's just a boundary. It's not really like a hazard. So as long as you stay inland, you're good. But I really, really, really enjoy this map. It's my favorite part of the game. There's only a couple of places to explore. If you look up in the tree line, you may have already seen it. There's a mountaineer's hut, or a, not a mountaineer's hut, a forestry lookout. Words. Words, Nyx. Words. You write fanfiction, for God's sake. Use your words. That's a deer, I don't need that. The other thing is because it's so wide open, most everything you need is on the edge of the bay. So it's super nice. We're gonna stop here, we're gonna see if there's anything to be found in here, but then we're basically just gonna go straight to Quonset, and then probably straight over to Desolation Point once we get that all set up. And, at some point, either right now or on the way back from Desolation Point... How did you manage to freeze inside? Oh, okay, that's fair. Air temperature below 30, 32, that'd be why. Oh, that's in really bad condition. Did I ever drop those? I did, okay, good. Let's say, I want to make sure I actually did drop those, canned sardines, because to hell with those. And I normally would not pick up a jerry can, but under the circumstances, I'm willing to. Alright. I don't have anything that's partially eaten, which is fine. We'll just open one up and get it eaten a little bit. Chug some water. Perfect. Very nice. Alright. There is also a road that runs around the edge of the bay here. So if you're just exploring, you can use the road as a landmark. There is stuff that's up this direction, including the entryway to Pleasant Valley. And there's also a cave along the road someplace too. It's a mine, specifically. But yeah, it's good stuff. So there's more to it than just the bay and the edge of it. It's just that's all I'm going to show for right now. Can't spoil everything. Encourage you guys to go play the game for yourself. Enjoy it. Oh my god. This sign right here that you can see on the side of the road is the sign for the Quonset, and especially in Aurora, it is a very welcome sight. There's a few houses around here, and there's also some further up the road towards the Desolation Point entrance. And so this is actually a pretty good place to scavenge if you need stuff. The moose usually spawns over there if he's going to spawn. The bear actually comes down from there and walks up the road, and then just walks into town and vibes for a little while. He comes down here, walks down the other side of the Quonset station there, and then walks up the mountain road back that way. And then there's wolves that just kind of wander. Sometimes they're wandering here, sometimes they wander over there, sometimes out on the ice. But they're here. They're around. But this bad boy right here is my favorite place to hole up. If I was going to sit anywhere and wait out the days, and I have done it before, it would be in Quonset. Good stuff. Oh, it's just a casing. Okay. So you've got some food up here that you can pick at. There's usually some tools. Oh, a skill book? Hell yeah. Lantern. A bedroll. There's a toilet with water in it. And there's plenty of lockers. There's a couple here, and there's a couple more back this way. And then there's this, which is like my favorite thing, because I can just yeet a bunch of hides down in the floor, make nice little organized piles out of it. It's so good. There's a workbench. I think there's 2 workbenches. Yeah, 2 workbenches. It comes with a car battery. Holy yes! Let me also just get this out of my inventory real quick. Just stick him right there with his friend. Toolbox, a bunch of stuff in it. Fire barrel inside, right next to your bed. For convenience, you know. Oh my gosh. Revolver ammo, rifle shell. Sometimes there's stuff underneath, so like right there, there's actually a box of rifle ammo under the bed. Doesn't always spawn, but when it does, it's nice to see. Give me the ammo. Give. Thank you. Plenty more lockers, shelf space. It's just, it's easy to lay stuff out here. I like doing it. And then, of course, here's a note. Feel free to pause if you would like to continue reading. But yeah, this is really good stuff. I enjoy coming out here. Hell yeah. Good stuff. I am actually going to do... I am going to drop a bunch of stuff here. I'm going to hang on to... Let's see here. I'll hang on to those and those, of course. Yes. Of course I will. Actually, those can be set aside because I've got the antibiotics. Put that back. Put some of this food back. I should be able to just do that. You know what? I'm gonna see what my lowest skill is in. It's probably archery, honestly. I'm willing to bet it's archery. Lowest weapon skill is in fact archery. Okay. So we're actually gonna... do I want to do that, though? Do I really want to do that? No. No, I don't. I'm going after a bear, so, yeah, we're gonna do that. And there's 2 separate stacks, because one's perfect, and one's great. Those are good. Okay. Why am I still hella encumbered? What the heck? Yeah, we're just gonna kinda... I'm gonna end up holing up here, so... Not gonna take very much. That's gonna stay here for right now. Cool. Why am I still so encumbered? What am I carrying? Like 27 pounds? Oh, it's like... yeah, like 50 of it is gear and clothing. Okay, that's why. Oh, this one's actually done. Okay, good. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna go after a bear. We're gonna see if we can get one. Because I would like to make a bearskin bedroll at some point. Alright. Make sure I'm loaded up. Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me. There's just the roof creaking, but oh my god. Am I carrying bandages? I am. Good. Oh, I should have brought some of that old man's beer with me, shouldn't I? Hell. Alright. But we're gonna look and see. The bear may not even be out today, but we'll have a look. There's a couple places you can find him. He wasn't wandering around town, so we're gonna look out here by the bear cave. See if we can find one here. Ah! My water has viciously attacked me. Lovely. I just wanted to hydrate. Oh, it's cold. Ah! Oh. Right on my shirt. Oh my god. Oh, it's cold. Ah, if I would have just left it alone, it probably would have just rolled back off, but I had to rub it. Oh my god. Oh, it's cold. Alright, well, I'm awake now. Hello, everybody. Oh my god. Oh, there he is. Perfect. So, this is the bit where you kind of have to plan your approach carefully. For a couple of reasons. Kind of like moose, bears will maul the shit out of you if you're not careful. So, yeah, this is going to be entertaining. But I also don't want him to run that way, because that way, if he runs too far, will lead to thin ice. I want him to run this way. Literally any other direction, but that way. But I don't want to set him off running before I've gotten into position, so we're going to give him a wide berth and hope that I can get up here before he gets within detection range. Looks like I will. And because it's a bear, we're going to take some extra caution and use a rifle. You can kill a bear with a revolver, you can kill a bear with an arrow. But I would really rather not. Okay. Now, I know this is going to be kind of slow and painstaking work, but this is going to be how we do it. If we can get him before he gets out of detection range, or, excuse me, if we can get him before he gets into detection range, he's less likely to charge us. I think. I hope. It would make sense for it, but we'll see. So, we're about to do the big dumb again. The good news is he's coming right at us. The bad news is he's coming right at us. Okay. Let me line up my shot here. It's not perfect. It's not so much to take the shot as to line it up so that when I do go to shoot, I can spend less time aiming. Son of a bitch. Alright, I'm gonna have to take the shot here pretty soon. Got him. And you see, because it's a big open ice field, I can see him from a long ways off. So I can stay well out of his detection radius, but still see where he's going. And as long as I keep a landmark visual, I don't necessarily have to follow his trail. I can see him. I gotta make sure he doesn't come back this way, okay. If he does, I have to be prepared to duck. When you shoot them, they do... Okay, so he's gonna disappear from my line of sight here, but I've seen his last known location. And now I'm looking to see where he becomes visible next. There he is. Okay. There's only so many directions he can go. So now is he gonna come around this side of the island, or is he gonna come around the other side? Is he gonna appear later on the other place? Shouldn't need to crouch. I see him. He's way out there, but I see him. And that's the cool part about hunting out here. I can still see him. Okay, he's actually settled. That's good. It's excellent. I'm gonna crouch just to avoid detection as best I can. It's gonna be annoying. Bear with me. I'm also hoping that I got him in a good spot and he'll just keel over and die before I have to waste another bullet. But we'll see. That's the cool part about being out here. I don't need to follow a blood trail. All I gotta do is watch him. Come on, bear. I also would rather he get closer to me than I want him to come back this way, because I can still run him back the other direction and see him on the open ice. It's easier. Alright. Let me see here. I say we know we got him. You can tell when you hit him because you can see on the side of the screen that you got a bonus to whatever skill. Alright. Take the time to line that shot up again. Okay, that should be good. Just to save time on aiming. With the rifle, you've only got a limited amount of time to get your aim right before your character gets fatigued. I'm gonna have to reline it up, aren't I? Okay. Yeah, there we go. But if I line it up ahead of time, it saves me from having... It makes it where I can get a shot off more quicker. Wow, okay. Alright, we're gonna have to take the shot here in a second. Okay, he's running off again. That's good. Alright, good. I see him. Just gotta keep him in sight. I can't tell whether the game's registering it as a head, a chest, or a foot shot, honestly. Because if it's a foot shot, then it's gonna take him a lot longer to die than if it were a head or a chest shot. He's out there. I can still see him. The other thing you can do, especially if you know you're about to lose sight of him, like he's about to get out of your resolution range. What the hell? Did he just quit moving? I can't tell. But you can pick a point in the distance that you saw him run across and use it as kind of a focal point to find him again. I can't tell if he's still moving or... I can't tell. He looks like he's still up, but it's the resolution distance makes it hard to tell. I can't tell which way he's going either. Is he going towards me or away from me? I mean, I see him. Just can't tell anything about him. It looks like he's coming back towards me. I'm gonna let him walk towards me. Because I'm running out of ice on that other side. Takes a little bit... Yep, he's coming back this way. Okay. Come on, you. Too far away for a shot, still. But I have to take that. Hit him again, that's good. Give me the shell casing, thank you. And I know it's annoying to move in a crouch, I know. But I gotta keep him in sight without setting off the detection radius. Now, how many shots does it take to down a bear? I've seen him go down in as little as 2 or 3. I've seen it take an entire 10 bullets to bring him down. Now, if he gets to the coast there, I may lose him, and I may have to start resorting to the blood trail. Oh! Oh. I know he's hard to see, but he stopped running, and he's headed back this way. Okay, this is good. This is good. I'm gonna try and angle so I can get around him and run him back in the other direction. Oh god, I bumped my microphone, sorry. And he may die before we even get to that point, but we'll see. I'm gonna walk. I've got him in the edge of my field of view there, so I can still see him. But I'm gonna try and get to the left of him, so he'll run back the other direction when I shoot him again. I know the crouch is annoying, bear with me. Bear with me. I am fucking hilarious. But you see why I like hunting out here. I don't have to do all this wild chasing around trees and hills and mountains. All I gotta do is do my best to keep them out on the ice. If I can keep them on the ice, they're easier to see. I can still see him. He's gonna disappear behind that fishing hut in a second, but I know where he is. He's not running away. Not from there, anyway. It's starting to get dark. So maybe a case of me having to quarter him and come back later. Well, I don't really need the meat, actually. Depending on what game mode you're playing on, you may or may not be able to consume bear meat safely. So you have to be kind of cautious about it. I haven't been eating predator meat on this file, just... I don't know. Gives me a little bit of a challenge, you know? Now, I could shoot him from the side here, but he might go running off that direction, and I don't want him to do that. I want him to go that way. So we're gonna wait. It does mean taking a shot from behind. I should have gone the other direction. That's okay. And like I said, he's been shot several times. So you really could just follow him around and wait for him to keel over. And he may do just that. We'll see. Remember, every animal except the moose has a bleed out timer. And I'm gonna wait at a distance here. And we're gonna see what he does. He may just fall out, and that's fine. Patience is a virtue in this game. I'm just gonna wait for him to come back off the other side. There he is. It's gonna be smarter to just wait for him to die. I'm getting kind of low on fatigue in the first place. So I'm gonna back off so I can stand up properly. That way wolves can see me, and they won't, hopefully, they won't charge into me. I'll just have to make sure I keep really far away from him. Rifle out just in case I do need to shoot at him. Testing something here. He hasn't left a blood trail, that's interesting. Now I'm a little concerned. May have changed the way it works. Kind of hope not. So he will die off eventually. Ooh, excuse me. shoot it in the foot? Now I'm getting a little frustrated, because I know I shot it. According to the wiki, all shots that cause blood loss are lethal, but may take many hours based on which body part was struck. Multiple shots do not stack blood loss. A shot that hits a higher blood loss area will override blood loss from a shot in a lower blood loss area. But if they're shot in a lower blood loss area after being shot in an area of higher blood loss, the shot that hit the lower blood loss will... So the most recent shot determines its bleed out rate. So if you hit it in the head first, you really shouldn't shoot it again. Because if you hit it in the foot next, it'll take it the length of time it takes to be shot in the foot. Good to know. The longest possible bleed out time using the hunting rifle is 480 minutes. Which is... shit. Math. 2 days? No, not 2 days, is it? Am I tripping? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna just do this on paper. As soon as I find some paper. Here we go. I know I'm not this dumb. Come on now. 480 minutes divided by... God, that just leaves me with the same problem. Okay. Rude, alright. I can't do it on paper, because it's hard to do long division when you're... You can't divide 60 into 48. Only into 480, so... Okay, you know what, here. Calculator. My best friend. 480 minutes divided by 60 minutes. 8 hours maximum for bleed out time. For the hunting rifle. If you shoot it in a limb, it will bleed out much, much slower. It's getting kind of windy out here, too. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna move away so that I hopefully do not incur his wrath. I gotta see where I'm going, but I don't want to piss him off. Okay. We're gonna try one more time. I hope. Okay, I did hit him. Now for the hard part. This is foggy now. It's gonna make it really tricky to see him. I'm hoping that hitting him in the side will make him bleed out a lot faster. Because I've lost his trail, I'm going to have to literally use the blood trail now. That's the downside. And it was basically a straight shot he took over here. know he came up this snowbank, so hopefully if I got here fast enough there should be a trail. That's the downside, is that they take forever to die. What do you do? Oh, shit. There he is. Alright, cool. That answers that question. Okay, if I manage to get a torso shot, I hope I did, then it should only take him 240 minutes, or 4 hours to die. So that cuts the bleed out time in half, but it's gonna be a pain in the tail following him around. We'll see how this goes. The other trouble with the bay is that it can be really disorienting if you can't see your surroundings, so I'm trying to keep both him and the coastline in view so I can figure out where I'm at. Especially with the falling snow, it gets really disorienting. Actually, pretty sure we know where he's gonna go. It looks like an abandonment of the chase, but I know where he's going. His den's back that way. And when you shoot a bear and you injure them, the first thing they're gonna do is go back to their den. So since I know where his den is, and I have all that lake to search that's open, and I can see, there's only one other place besides that den he could be, and it's... Jesus, fuck! Can you not? Scared the shit out of me. Yeah. Cool beans. They were just very loud. Okay, there's that. A little tricky to navigate in here at night, but here we go. And the bed. Make sure I got enough snacky snacks in my system here. Now, I'm willing to bet that when I go out there tomorrow, I'm gonna see a dead bear on the ice. And if I don't, well, at least I worked at my rifle skill, and that's still a win in my book. So we're gonna go on ahead and cut the episode there. Thank you all so very much for watching. And I hope to see you in the next episode.